Apophyllite is a very popular material, and there's probably multiple reasons for this. One, it's not overly expensive, but two, there are aesthetic features that probably appeals to just the average magpie in us. Now, apophyllite, relative to something like quartz, for example, is unusually shiny. Obviously, this depends on the quartz and depends on the apophyllite, but in a relative sense, it's unusually shiny or disproportionately shiny relative to something like quartz, which is kind of an aesthetic counterpart. They're different minerals, but they have similarities. Now, the crystal grows with extremely flat, smooth faces, which essentially act like tiny geometric mirrors. So light just bounces straight back, creating bright concentric flashes easily. Whereas quartz, on the other hand, if we are including this as sort of like a counterpart to apophyllite, usually forms more uneven or curved or irregular crystal faces, and these just scatter light in different directions. And this is in contrast to reflecting cleanly, so making quartz appear, let's just say, softer overall, unless it's actually deliberately been polished intentionally. It's probably also important to point out, because this will mitigate someone pointing it out in the comments, apophyllite also has what's known as a perfect cleavage, so this creates very smooth internal planes, and it's this that reflect light inside repeatedly, which adds, let's just say, depth of sparkle or brilliance. Quartz, on the other hand, lacks this internal structure, so it can't really produce similar mirror-like reflections within the crystal. So even though quartz bends light slightly more than apophyllite can, reflection matters in this context more for something like aesthetic sparkle, and apophyllite just is better at doing this.